I was just reading my journal and I thought, there's no way I was like this just 10 weeks ago. My first note in the journal actually says, I honestly can't even get through the first page of this book. I've been putting off dealing with my divorce for 3.5 years now. It's still devastating. It still is a devastating feeling. I don't think I'll ever come to terms with it. That's what I wrote.
So let's take that. Where are you today?
Oh my gosh, I feel joy again for the first time in several years. Even before I got divorced, I felt trapped in my marriage. I didn't feel like I'd ever be happy again, even then. And so after the divorce, I thought, oh my gosh, I thought I'd be better. And I was way worse. I wasn't coping well. I couldn't get through the day without crying. I didn't want to talk with anyone. I just thought, well, I'm going to make it through the rest of my life just being an introvert. And I had accepted that. I mean, I'm an introvert anyway. And I'd accepted that, I'm just not going to be a happy person. And it's okay. I can deal with that. I'll just deal with it by not being very social. And I had just thought there were things that I was going to have to do to cope with this new me, which was a very unhappy me, and tearful for much of the day. My kids, oh gosh, that's another story. For my kids, they did not like to see me coping like this, not coping. They really took it hard, and I could tell, they would try to encourage me, but there was no encouraging me. I mean, it was deep set. There were deep set issues going on that I needed to deal with, and I wouldn't have. I watched a lot of testimonials as well. And I thought something's up, how can these people go from, they've completely changed. They have transformed. And so I even have notes in my apartment, trust the process. Denise, trust the process. I have that all over because I didn't trust the process. I thought this is too painful. I can't go through this, but I knew there was something to it.
So tell me about the group experience. How was that for you?
I think that was another key part of the class. Got to go through meeting the other people in the class, having that face-to-face with everyone, hearing other people's grief letters, hearing their anguish. And then you feel like, oh my gosh, that's how I felt too. And I didn't even know it. I didn't realize I felt some of the things I was feeling deep down until I heard Mary Page mention things. And other people too. It wasn't just them. I mean, even the guys in the class, it was just great talking with them on the phone. I mean, we were on the phone for hours every week. I mean, it was consistently an hour or more with each class, with the two classmates each week at least. And then I would even call other people who weren't my person for the week at times, and they would call me. I mean, we had I felt a close-knit group. I don't know if every one of your groups are like that. I mean, if it is, it's just, I feel like I could be friends with these people for the rest of my life. I mean, I really feel like they're my only friends right now. I'm embarrassed to say that, but they're really my only friends besides my family right now. And I feel like I only want to be friends with people who've gone through your groups. That's kind of just a joke, but it's also kind of true. It's how I feel. It's so core to what, to who we are. Mm-hmm. How we communicate. If we haven't gone through that group, we don't know it. Oh, he was phenomenal. He could explain things very well. he related to us well. I needed to hear it from someone, and it confronted a part of me I needed to face that wasn't, I didn't see things clearly. And so his comments, they were the poignant kind that would hit me the right way. I liked the book. I thought it was just another dimension of the course that was necessary and helpful to me. Yeah, I really enjoyed it, and I got it on Audible as well. So, and I like that dimension where you can see it, you can hear it, and then you've got the support of the classmates, and then we're on the phone. I like all those different components. I think it should just last a little longer. I have apprehension about it being over.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But I mean, then you would say, well, when do you want it to be over? Well, I mean, never, I guess. I mean, I don't really know. It's way better than any of the testimonials. I mean, the testimonials, you're like, well, how good can it be? But and you have to put in the work. Everyone thinks time will heal all wounds. And I don't know where I read it, but, or maybe saw a video about the scars, that I guess it scars the wounds, but then what's underneath that it isn't dealt with. And that is true.
What would you say to people that are considering this course? What would you tell them?
I would say you don't want to spend the money, but you just can't afford not to spend the money if you're stuck. It's a matter of you moving on in life or not.